In part by Sky River Casino, the premier casino in Elk Grove. By UC Davis Health, believe in better. And by Western Health Advantage, insurance plans that balance value and coverage. We'll be right back. Starting 11th, kickoff coming up next.
Success. Start.
looking, and Memo Rodriguez gets us going from Heart Health Park. And quickly they look for Forrester Ajago. The big body quickly is wishing for a foul. 3 goals and assists on the year. 2 goals coming in the Open Cup. And here is a guy that can cause all kinds of problems for Keller and Hamlin. And Ajago goes down. It'll be a throw for Sacramento. Hamilton and Keller will have their hands full in that center back position. How does that provide opportunities for a Spalding, a Willie, and others to try to get something going? Meanwhile, the other way around here, here's Dayon Harris. A goal and 3 assists on the season, and putting this one forward for Christian Nava.
A little bit of a better pass there, and Nava's probably going through on goal. Idea was correct from Harris, but he just overcooked it. That's an early warning sign for the Republic. New Mexico United might say they might allow Republic get a little bit of the ball, but they'll look to get up the field quickly.
Comes back to Kip Keller, 2 goals on the season. Did get the goal in the 2nd minute, the 1-1 draw with Orange County. And here's Greg Hurst. Into the 18 he comes, loses it. May have been poked from behind by Blake Willie. One thing Neil Collins talked to us about is what he wants to see from his team tonight. There was just one clear message: energy.
And that was great right there. You may not have seen it at the full screen, but it was as soon as that ball went back to the goalkeeper, back to Shakes or back defensively, every single player for the Republic sprinting up, applying pressure. And they did try and break it, ball get to Jabang, but they win the ball back. It's just that attitude, that commitment. If they can keep that going for as long as possible, it's hard to do it the whole game, but something to keep an eye on, being a little bit more aggressive in how they're going to set themselves up.
We'll flick on forward, trying to get Spalding, and Malik Howell will have to chase it backwards. And it goes to Chris Shakes. 11 goals allowed, 9 appearances, 3 shutouts, 33 saves in the championship this season. In his 3rd year with New Mexico, getting the start here in 2026 for Dennis Sanchez's side, who has ties to Sacramento, former academy coach. And what a job he did in Las Vegas, leading them to their first playoff appearance. Went to the Western Conference Final, beating Sacramento. And then ultimately found his way to New Mexico. I have a chance for Memo! Saved! Here comes Spalding. Spalding looking to turn. Unfortunately, it doesn't get all the way through, but Sacramento's got it back. Good move here. Jacker! Maybe a partial deflection, but Jack Gurr, who got a goal a weekend ago, is trying to make it 2 for 2.
Yeah, he's been fantastic this year, Chris Shakes. And the first stop, the shot from Memo, the ball is moving. It's gone from left to right, and he gets behind it. And then on the second one, it takes the deflection, and I think he saves that as well. Well, he might have got a fingertip, may not have, but definitely the deflection. Jack Gurr was close.
Ballas disposal corner kick. Here's Gurr again, heads it back in the mix, looking for Ajago, and a whistle as contact was made.
And Forster Ajago has to be careful. He's back in the lineup, and you can see he's ready to go. He's eager to go. But first play of the game, he went up and committed a foul, going up for a header. And then this one, he's every right to challenge the goalkeeper, but it's a little bit of afterward. And as you can see, he's going up. His eyes are only on the ball. There's no malice in that at all, but it's just a little bit after. And getting into it, I think Shakes will be okay. Maybe just caught his stray arm. And that is how he plays, Forster Ajago.
And this injury stoppage brought to you by Restore Hyper Wellness. Do more of what you love. Receive a free cryotherapy session using the promo code RS. SRF Cryo when booking. Spelling's hard. Aggressiveness for Sacramento. Do you like it early on here?
Yeah, you got to do it. And again, you are at home, and they have had success this year. The problem has been at times is not capitalizing on that when you're on the front foot and you're applying all this pressure. It's now let's turn that into goals, and they had a glorious opportunity there. Jack Gurr, well done defensively. But you like it. You like they're getting bodies in the box. They're getting people forward. They're being aggressive in their press. They're pressing high. That typically leads to success, whilst also being cautious that you don't get hit on the break.
All-time record, Sacramento with an 8-3-2 advantage over New Mexico. And they're 5-1-2 here at Heart Health Park. A big June match between these two sides. As going into the weekend, just 10 points separating first and last, compared to 190 in the Eastern Conference. I'm just kidding. It's about, what, 20-something already, though?
Yeah,
different look.
A lot more.
Well, you have Tampa Bay at the top and Jacksonville, the expansion team, which is 3 points heading into tonight. They're losing earlier. A little bit of pressure and trying to spring Hurst. This might be an open game. While Danny Vitiello has had his way with New Mexico, 6 shutouts in his career against the United. The way things are spread out here, Adam, it may not be a scoreless draw at the end of the night. This will be a goal kick for Vitiello. 11 goals allowed, 11 appearances, 4 shutouts on the season.
Danny Vitiello's got this goal kicked on, and you can see how aggressive also New Mexico are being. We're going to go for it. The point of doing this, you might think, well, why not just kick it over them? Is if you can invite a couple of them to maybe take the bait, as he's going to do here, there's going to be free space higher up the field like this. If Foster or Jago can get onto it. And they don't get it, but they do get possession higher up the field. It's tough to clear that, but that's why you're seeing teams, if you're watching the World Cup right now, you're saying, why are they doing that? That's so risky, and it's the risk reward. These guys should be pretty comfortable with playing with people around them or sprinting at them. Once again, Jabang's the player applying pressure.
Lane, and he bit on it. Ajaga, a little bit of freedom here. And Shakes will send it right back the other way. Right back. Here comes Harris again. Looking for Jabang. Out to Halla comes Harris. And couldn't find anybody. And Memo wasn't quite sure. Jabang was sitting there waiting for it. And here comes New Mexico right back at Sacramento. And a little tag team defending by the Republic, unfortunately, is going to lead to a corner kick. Before starting any digging project, make sure you call 811. And the first corner kick of the night for New Mexico. Last loss was on May 20th to Tampa Bay, a 1-0 defeat. Here's the Albuquerque native, Christian Nava. Out-swinging ball, it goes to Lee Desmond, a follow-up. And Zico Bailey can't find target. And Vitiello wants to move a little quickly. Gurr looking up the pitch, and Willie's going to be offside. In their last 4 matches, New Mexico has outscored their opponent 6-1, even though a -1 goal differential on the season. It's sort of been feast or famine for this team. They see the team earlier in the year losing to Phoenix 3-0. They turn around and beat them 4-0. So when it's going, it's going. And have been at home, it's been fantastic. This is all the way across. Harris, little back heel. He wasn't quite sure whether it just got stuck underneath. Not quite sure either way. And Nava tries a similar tactic. And if Jago can get going, he might be able to spring forward. And this is a foul as Kip Keller goes to ground. And Jabang wants a yellow shown, and they'll get one. And Jago can't believe it, but third infraction, and Kip Keller holding his nose but waving off the training staff. And so the game's first yellow card in the books here in the 11th minute.
Yeah, and Foster Jago's saying he headed the ball, and it didn't look like there was much in that at all. But again, both players have the right to go for it. It is in the air. I don't. Maybe minimal contact from both players on the ball. If you get another look at it, Kip Keller's fine. I think the referee was maybe thinking he did get really hurt there, but he did not. But Foster Jago has to be careful. This is when you got to use your brain. It is tough for a guy like him who is physical. He wants to get back. He's not been starting the last couple of games, so you get yourself a little bit more ramped up. A little chip on your shoulder. He's in there to help the team get that ball in the back of the net.
Republic 2-0 against this New Mexico side a season ago. A 2-1 win here. Greg Hurst with the goal in the 21st, but Cicerone and Jameson would follow that up. And then Corey Bennett with a brace in late August with Benitez and Rodrigo Lopez serving the assist. Of course, Rodrigo Lopez now on the bench as an assistant. Machino Benitez in the left back position tonight. Corey Bennett on his way to Colorado Springs. Having a fantastic year. And here goes Greg Hurst, and it's Lee Desmond who's able to get to it first. Jago. Spalding, he should have been kept onside. I think Gloucester was keeping him on.
That was very, very tight. Very tight. And Foster Jago decided to take a touch, and he maybe could have played that one around the corner first time. When he does take the touch, Spalding's just trying to hold his run, and it was very, very close. Chris Gloucester on that far side. You like it though. That's what you want to see. That's what Foster Jago's in there for. And draw those center backs out of position. Should free up some space in behind. It might come from in the field. It might come from the coach. Like, hey, it isn't working. Let's conserve a little energy. Let's just allow them a little bit more. Almost makes its way through for Foster Jago. And that's just kind of reading the game and seeing, hey, is their press working against us? Are we getting success? No, maybe we'll have to sit a bit deeper. Maybe our press isn't working. Little adjustments you can make as a player.
Decker didn't see.
Memo's got this. He keeps going. Oh, well done.
I didn't see Harris there, and fortunately it got to Vitiello, and quickly Republic almost came back the other way.
Great ball.
Here's Mark Anthony Kay. He's got room to run. Little space. Looking.
Back to him. Oh, it's on the outside of the post. Oh, that was a luscious locomotive move. Mendez hitting the outside of the frame. Arguably the best chance locomotive have had all night. Oh, absolutely the best chance. What a good run. 1-2 strike. On the outside of the post.
Quite nowhere going. It's going to be a corner kick. Benitez.
Buka rekening Cbank cuma 3 menit. Gak perlu ke kantor cabang, cuma download aplikasi. Unduh aplikasi.
He's just advised someone to get some shin guards on. Gideon Zalalem. Sorry.
Ball whipped in. Timmer shakes. Both players going for it. Jacker's waiting. And it's up into the Tower Bridge Battalion.
Yeah, just a bit too high. Falls to his right foot. You're almost 90% sure he's going to score it. And it's high, it's in the air, it's really hard technically, and he's probably caught in two minds. They go laces, they go to the inside of the foot, and just balloons it over the bar.
This one falls to Howell. Zalalem, dual citizenship, Germany, U.S. Played for both national teams 25 times together. And this is a good break. Memo, he's in the 18. He's got a joggo! And a tap-in is stopped by Shakes. What a denial by Chris Shakes, but Sacramento trying to come back for more. What a dummy there by Jared Timmer to have it fall to Lee Desmond. And a whistle comes in late as Chris Shakes just absolutely killing this momentum and saying that his ankle may have been turned here on this last play. And referee stopped it. And he's always felt like he got stepped on. And unfortunately, that's bad timing for both.
A wonderful save again, made himself as big as possible. Foster Jago would have thought for sure he was going to score. The goalkeeper, I did mention it, Shakes has had a really good season. And one of their best players. They're a side who has only given up 13 goals in their 11 completed games. This is their 12th. And that's not been the problem for either of these teams. Defensively, they've both been reasonably solid. It's put the ball in the back of the net.
Well, Aros Arena has also come off the bench and is getting warm, so we'll see whether or not he comes into the game for Chris Shakes. Continued pressure from Greg Hurst and that top line. Jago on the run. This could lean right into Jack Hurst. Spalding tried to stay on side. Spalding will give it a shot. It's stopped. It somehow nearly trickles in. It's cleared off the line. Himalayan with a fantastic effort. And Sacramento has got to be scratching their heads. They don't have a couple of goals already tonight.
Singing his praises, Chris Shakes, and maybe that injury didn't help him there, but he got away with him. He's got Nico Hamalainen to thank. Defender, brilliant job. Shakes gets enough on it to prevent Spalding's shot from going over the line. And New Mexico may rethink their press, just because that is a few times now. Sacramento's got the numbers. It's an even battle up the field and creating some opportunities for themselves.
Well done to break the line from Timmer there. Memo gets it back on the rebound. Here's Gurr trying to turn. Keeps it low. He had a Memo Rodriguez run. And Blake Willie, that energy is contagious. And the reason he is in the lineup tonight is, Neil Collins said the amount of times he's able to cut through lines and create opportunities for us the other way. And he's hoping to see more of it tonight. Memo had nowhere to go. And now Kip Keller starting to leak up. And now here's another number 4, Lee Desmond. Desmond. He's finding Spalding. Now he's waiting for a runner. It's back heel tapping. Here goes Gurr. Another stop. Unbelievable performance from Chris Shakes in his first 20 minutes. Cross comes all the way through. Back to Spalding. The crowd waiting to erupt here at Ardell Park. Benitez working on Harris. Timmer surveying. Republic now looking to keep possession. See if they can move this New Mexico team side to side, getting them working a little bit.
We've got to capitalize, Republic. They've been the stronger side. They just cannot get the ball past Chris Shakes. The one time they did, it get cleared off the line.
Martha Ndk is run over by Zalalem. They're going to play advantage. Chris Gloucester on that left side. a couple appearances for Sacramento a few seasons ago. Back in 2021, here's Michel Benitez now. Ajago is waiting for a teammate. And Christian Nava able to break up that play. And this gun is whipped hard and comes right off of Nava again. Sacramento with a bad pass. Greg Hurst has no help. He's got someone on the left side. Looks to be Jabang. Jabang getting behind Timmer. Trying to turn. They're trying to spin him around. They bring him to the ground, and a foul is given just outside the 18. A little tug of the jerseys is all it took, and a quick foul.
Yeah, it was the chance had gone, and I think initially Hurst should have waited for Jabang and then slid it in behind Jared Timmer, and you could just see it looked like it was just a little grab of the shirt, and yeah, they can't have any complaints. Well, he's trying to complain, Jared Timmer, but yeah, he can't, and he has to be careful. It's a very dangerous play, a silly foul to give away as well. Anytime you grab someone's jersey, you do run the risk of it's easy to see.
As we saw a weekend ago, Colorado Springs felt like they were the team in control, and Jack Gurr was able to find the back of the net, and it would end 1-0. Sacramento trying to prevent the same from happening to them after feeling like they had the more dominant performance, and Chris Shakes has come up massive. And they're going to bring up Keller and Howe, who offer some size along with Jabang.
But watch for the rebound on these ones.
This takes a deflection. Sacramento does well enough. It will become a united corner here.
Wall does its job. Very hard from that close to the top of the 18-yard box to get the ball up and down.
Christian Nava, an ACL injury a couple of seasons ago. And he is back with this club and starting tonight. They look for an in-swinger here. Ball driven low. And Vidiello explained to the referee that there was an elbow thrown to Ryan Spalding. Public on the season, just 11 goals allowed, third best in the USL Championship.
Astound Gig Wi-Fi is just $40 a month forever. Plus, get a $200 gift card. No surprises, no increases. No, seriously, just $40 a month for life. Forever starts when you switch to Astound.
No score in Northern California between the United and the Republic. Sacramento with several great chances, but big stops from Hannah Lynn and Chris Shakes, the goalkeeper. Jabang is whistled for that foul. Too many shirt grabs, and Kay will reset. Kay, former MLS All-Star. Won the Supporter Shield with LAFC. Won the title in USL with Lou City before going to MLS, and comes over from San Jose a season ago. Ball swinging, it's to Desmond.
Oh, 25 minutes into this one, Republic have had some glorious opportunities, and they've done reasonably well with them. Chris Shakes has just had a fantastic game to start. He's been injured a couple times, but he's denied them. We didn't get a replay of that last one. It came to Jack Gurr, was saved, and then I think the rebound hit off someone and went back to Shakes. Might have been a double save.
Gloucester in space, sends the cross. Harris broken up by Benitez. The dangerous counter, and Sacramento now on the run. As Spalding's got Gurr behind him, and Howe makes contact and able to do just enough. And now plays centrally. Here comes Ajago. And Greg Hurst, the striker for United, comes all the way from the top of the formation to break up that play. Sacramento thought they'd have another good look. Bailey offside. Harris will have to retreat and find Jabang.
This is what you get when both teams press a little bit. It becomes open, a little bit of a track meet. It's fun to watch.
Slalom chasing Ajago.
How about that recovery speed from Malik Howell on Ryan Spalding? I don't even think he needed to go for the challenge. He could have just ran past him and Spalding would have turned around.
Crowd still up on their feet. I'd love to see if they get another look at Chris Shakes. He's done about everything he possibly can to keep this game level. There's some room here for Chrysostomo, another former LAFC man. And Spalding has it sent out of play. We'll enter the Brinks Tires USL Cup Game Day Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack of $2,000. Scan the QR code on the screen. Okay. There's Spalding. He's been good against New Mexico. Has a couple of goals in his career. He's a brace while with Tampa Bay in 2023. Willie. And you see the United defense becoming a bit more compact. Memo might go for goal here. And he thought Gurr was going to make a run. It'll become a goal kick for United instead.
Mexico's having a hard time when Republic do press because Hurst is coming to get the ball to feet, and the longer it takes, the closer he's getting to them, and they've no outlet. They have no one higher up the field. The Republic are going a little bit sooner. That one doesn't quite come off, but a little bit sooner, a little higher. The Jaguars keeping the length.
Mexico, 59 points in 2024. They end up first in the Western Conference and would go on to lose to Dennis Sanchez's side in the Western Conference playoffs. And next season, this is Sanchez in his second year. And this should be off of United. It will be a throw. Well, sometimes you need help finding the next step. Sacramento County Behavioral Health Services has the right support for your mental health and substance abuse needs. Scan the QR code to get started. And got to that. And New Mexico flying all over the park here. Memo is tackled to the ground. And this should be a booking. Adams says no. Maybe first offense.
It could be. It definitely could be. It's a nice turn by Memo. You see, Billy's just getting some contact. You can, if you were on the referee's meeting that I was on last month, Rob, you didn't make that one because he let go soon enough. Well, and the ball might have got some maybe a yellow.
It'll be a set piece instead. 30 minutes in, no score. United in the Republic is USL Championship play. The last game of June for Sacramento. Memo looking for Jago.
It's going to come right back at them, New Mexico. Republic just resetting. Sometimes you'll keep your defenders up there, the big guys, and you can see the front and back. They're all right. Let's just reset. Let's go again. Let's figure out this puzzle.
Gurr heads this one forward. And Layden able to get to it. And Shakes will build out of the back. Not played well. It's been a little shaky for this United team. Trying to build out of the back. They've got something going here now. Bailey, that's going to be too much, and this will become a Republic goal kick. And with that, let's step aside and hear from Fong Law.
A second is all it takes. One crash can change everything. Medical bills, missed work, calls from insurance companies. You didn't ask for this, and you don't have to face it alone. Remember, when something's wrong, call Ann Fong.
Every time Kip Keller is in the neighborhood, he's hearing the boos from the home crowd. Harris, meanwhile, this other side, he's been dangerous. He's looking for Hurst. Had a runner in Bailey, takes a deflection. And into the arms of Danny Vitiello.
He's getting a lot of the ball, Harris. This right-hand side, just not quite been able to do enough with it. Plenty of runners in the box there. Chris Gloucester on the left-hand side has whipped a couple of magnificent balls across the face of the defenders in this half. Got a goal from it yet, but if he continues to put them in there, it could be where they'll get them.
Sacramento a little bit dangerous going backwards. Crisosimo plays it well. And Benitez. Here's Memo now. And unfortunately, not the right touch. Maybe not on the right page with Willie on that right wing. Little misstep here. Can Sacramento take advantage? Alalum plays it back. It's Keller, number 4. Comes to New Mexico from a loan deal with Minnesota United and now signed a permanent deal with the club, and it's been a key piece here in 2026. This ball sprayed all the way across. Harris gets a good touch on it. Stumbling! Lee Desmond's able to deny a look for Greg Hurst in the New Mexico United.
Yeah, I told you, Chris Gloucester, you give him time and space, he's going to put a good ball in. Sacramento was just drawn out there. What ended up happening is Nava on that left-hand side came all the way into the middle, and that brought Jack Kerr all the way into the middle as well. It freed up that wide space. Harris was just reaching for it. He couldn't quite keep it close enough to him. It's been an entertaining game for 0-0. I've seen some that aren't.
A square ball, and Timmer stepping right in front of Jabang. No whistle.
Hey, Desmond is very thankful of Jared Timmer there, just using his savviness. He did get caught out recently with one on the wrong side, that time just using his body. That could have been real bad.
Well, join us back at Hart Health Park on Wednesday, July 8th. Midweek football and $5 craft beer night. Sip on some cold craft beers while Republic take on Rhode Island. Secure your seats today. Even Hurst in Phoenix, not afraid to really work his way back. He's not a striker that'll just float at the top and hope for something good to happen. This one gets all the way through Sacramento again. They've not been able to take advantage of this stretch play. Jago wanted, but he's going to be offside now. Chrysostomo. Spalding will send this ball in. Here comes a Jago. And handling it again, able to make a play on it. This will sail all the way out for a Republic throw. Mark Anthony Kay has been given room here. He's going to chip it over the top. And will come for another goal kick. See both sides trying to see where they can take advantage, where those spaces going to be. And it seems right now for New Mexico, defensively, they're allowing the Republic to sort of operate in the middle of the park there. Meanwhile, on the other side, they're trying to see if they can get their wings something good to break Hurst. Shouldn't have mentioned New Mexico without their leading goal scorer. Now reads Steven with 3 goals on the year. Jake LaCava also not in the 18.
And coming up in the half, the Stripe 45 kids are represented by UC Davis. Now, kids, head on over into your section of 111. The Stripe 45 kids.
Well, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Select, the player's choice. Some brilliant goalkeeping so far early in this one. Chris Shakes. And Nico Hanaland saving what looked to be Republic goal, and the flag is up as he was able to clear one off the line.
It's a promising play from New Mexico. Harrison just straight offside, a little too early. You can see they are a threat, New Mexico United. Republic's probably had the better of the opportunities. They've looked dangerous.
Some more pressure. Blake Willie. He's been a bit quiet so far tonight. Hoping to see if he can find his way. There it is again, a little more open space. Mark Anthony Kay driving forward. Mark Anthony Kay. It'll go as a shot, but maybe the 8th of the night. 4 shots on target for Sacramento. 3 saves for Shakes.
Interesting look from Shakes. You see that? It's just the leggings, no socks over. Is that allowed?
Like Zalalem doesn't have any shin pads. So
yeah, you'll probably microscopic. There, a lot of the modern players like to wear the smallest shin guards ever. I mean, some of the stuff we were used to wear when we were younger, the cricket pads, were a bit too much, a bit restricting, but
like full-on brace. Good step by the Sacramento Republic here, but they're going to have to continue to fight for possession, and they do. Blake Willie's got room. And that's who you want in the midfield. This is Jacker. Finds Memo. A little bit of heavy touch. The turn, the follow-up for Willie's chopped down. And Ryan Spalding attempt goes over the bar. New Mexico claiming handball. Republic feeling that Willie got clipped inside the 18. And at the end of it, it leads to a shot over the bar.
Few things. New Mexico want this on Memo Rodriguez to be a handball. And then Czech Republic looking for a penalty kick from Jabang, who does get the ball and then makes some contact with Blake Willie. But I think it was a good challenge. He got the ball, and Ryan Spalding just not falling to the players in the manner that they really wanted to right now. You know, the right foot of Ryan Spalding, you'd rather it be on the left. The left foot of Jack Burr, you'd rather it be on the right. If you keep putting yourself in these positions, it's only a matter of time until you find the back of the net.
And Shakes again. And they're able to keep this one in. Memo with a great piece of footwork in the middle of the field here.
So many people, so many New Mexico players right there. You look at that, there's 5 of them right in the middle of the field. If you can just pop one out wide, there's one-on-ones, there's overloads in there. I think Sacramento, if they do that, they quickly win that ball in the middle of the field, get out wide to someone. That's where they've had a lot of success.
Memo Rodriguez trying to bait a foul on Kip Keller. There's Spalding again. It's been quite a battle between Spalding. This is a nice ball set in. It was a run with Willie and Ajago. It comes right back to Ryan Spalding.
Great ball from Ryan Spalding, and that's where Foster Jago has to improve. He has to know that Ryan Spalding's going to try and beat the guy, create half a yard of space, and play a ball in. Time your run off his movement, and he doesn't do it. He just stands behind the defender, and it just makes it easy for the defender. And that's where Kyle Edwards, a little more savvy, a little more experienced. And this is a good run from Jago.
Jago looking for some help here. A little step over. It's got Memo! And Rodriguez falls to his knees. Probably no one better you want on this field to take that shot. And Memo just maybe too much on it.
And he caught it so well. And it's a beautiful strike. And I think that one, Shakes, is just resigned to the fact that they beat me. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. And it's just wide of the post. And no, they haven't. And it's just wide of the post. And great run by Foster Jago. That was so much better, the timing. And then finding his guy at the top of the box.
New Mexico got a feeling really good about to go into this half. Not allowing a goal, even though double-digit shots for Sacramento. And look at this from Ajago. Well done. Spalding being held down. Stays on his feet. Now trying to beat his man. Sends the cross in. He had 2 runners. He's doing everything he can. Malik Howell showing out his pace. And the referee said, be smart. He's already on a yellow. Last home game, Sacramento went down to 10 men. As Jared Timmer picked up a straight red 30 minutes in after just moments after the goal was taken away.
And this is nothing. Shakes knows what he's doing, but there's no need from it from Foster Jago. Look, you're on a yellow card. Like, is your coach going to really want to keep you in much longer if you're running the risk against an off? It's just silly play.
Stoppage time, 2 minutes. As the flag is up. Brought to you by Sacramento County Behavioral Health Services. 11 shots for Sacramento, 4 on target. 17 touches in the New Mexico United 18. Republic allowing just 2 shots to New Mexico. And can they find the goal here right before the break? As we've seen so many times, Adam, all this great work, nothing to show for it. And it gives your opponent a bit of hope going into the break. And we talked about every point this year is going to matter. And here's Spalding. Looking for a long throw. Benitez is trying to find somebody, and Shakes doesn't handle it well. Jabang just has to clear. Shakes took a gamble, and Republic just unable to find it at their feet, and well done by Jabang to get to it. This is a good run here for Sacramento. Little tap, and Jack Gurr will at least earn a corner. He was able to beat Nava initially. And it sets up this for Michelle Benitez.
And this will be the last opportunity of the first half. This will be great timing if you're Sacramento Republic. You can get a goal right in the stroke of halftime.
Shakes, double punch. And there is the whistle. So we'll go to the end of the first half with Sacramento able to put up a bevy of looks on target, but a sensational first half effort from Chris Shakes in the back line of the New Mexico United. And it's scoreless in Northern California here in week 16 of the USL Championship.
You ever just look at them and think, yeah, I'm doing all right.
This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points. Unlock the Love event
now, Maida Subaru says yes to big spring savings on one of Sacramento's largest selections of new and certified pre-owned Subarus. Yes to savings up to $7,000 off MSRP. Yes to financing as low as 0% on select models with little or no down payment. Yes to low lease payments on almost every new Maida Subaru. Plus big trade-in allowances. Want it all? You've got it all at Maida Subaru. Visit MaidaSubaru.com, click the Maida Says Yes button, and unlock your spring savings today.
Made a great deal at Maida.
When it comes to your home, you want quality and comfort that you can trust. At Northwest Exteriors, we deliver the highest quality products at the lowest price for a trust you can see. With certified installers and excellent customer service for a trust you can feel. For every new energy-efficient window you purchase, Northwest Exteriors will buy back your old window for $159 each. 100% financing available. Simply the best.
Trust Northwest.
Simply the best. Trust Northwest.
So we went into the old Jim Boy's test kitchen and told the chef we need something new, something simple, like a delicious snack. He just grinned, then pulled out the freshest ingredients, the craveable stuff. Then put them all together like he was painting the Mona Lisa. Then wrapped them in a crispy Parmesan-crusted tortilla shell, not just one way, but 3 different ways. Ta-da! The Jim Boy's Snackeritos. These are masterpieces. And at just $4.95 each, no bad decisions here.
At Sky River Casino. Catch all the action with rewards that add up and up. Experience new heights. With 18 restaurants, bars, and lounges, there's something for everyone. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and our thrill.
Disappointment. As Brian says, the worst possible start for Tunisia. But it has been deflections that have favoured the brave in Samurai Blue.
Tomiyasu, Itakura. La pelota de Japón, que salió como un equipo protagonista a buscar el encuentro. Y se gana 1-0. Pasaba Tanaka y Tomiyasu Sano. Tomiyasu. Ahora se juega Doan. La pelota de Doan hacia el costado. El pase de lo preciso. Ahora juega la contra Tonenti. Y el Tonenti recupera rápido y viene Japón. Sano. Por la derecha. Doan pasó. Y Doan llega acá. La tiene Doan. Por la derecha. Doan para buena. Y el pase no llegó a buen puerto. Saca del fondo la pelota Sala. Cuando golpe ahora de Miami. Tremenda recuperación. Tremenda recuperación. Barito. Por este costado, la marca de Becky, que sabe que hermano. Becky hizo el gol el otro día en la derrota contra Suecia.
Pareciera en el comienzo del partido, esto recién arranca, que Japón tiene una marcha más que Túnez. Sí. En el manejo de la pelota, cuando va a presionar, le gana también en eso, al menos en el comienzo, en el arranque.
Juega Hiroki Ito. Devolvía Camada al torre de bola. Ya la tiene Sano. Sí. La conoció Japón. Que pudieron darle un penal. Que no se revisó del todo. Junya Ito. Sano. Juan. Volver a buscar esa pelota. El fútbol es agresivo, pero de buena manera acabó para jugar el partido, ¿no?
Sí, salió con una intensidad tremenda, queriendo pisar fuerte en la Copa del Mundo después de un buen empate, como ya lo destacamos en la previa frente a Países Bajos. Ahora debe refrendar todo eso bueno hecho frente a un equipo europeo, uno de los candidatos naturales. Con Túnez debe ganar, y arrancó con el pie derecho, en apenas 3 minutos y medio se puso 1-0 y también se impone en el futbolístico, en el juego. Está mejor plantado que Túnez.
Mucha gente amiga del otro lado, gracias a todos, Álvaro Coroni, Leo Ojeda, Gustavo Silva. 8 minutos. Al pelotazo, el pedido Francisco, el campo fue. Carlos Suárez, con mucha gente, nos acompañan. Y ya Infantino al lado de Isaco de Takamadu, de la pieza imperial, la princesa japonesa. No se van a dar parado, Rodrigo.
No pueden hablar. Valentín Perón y también del otro lado le mandamos un abrazo.
8:30. Largo pelotazo, Gula gana la potencia, sigue Gula, lo volvió el defensor. Gula y está el segundo. ¡Sano Morón! Cuando Camada tenía el segundo tanto, tenía la chance de convertir. Impresionante la potencia física de Gula de todo Japón.
Está arrolladora Japón. Impresionante cómo se impone en el juego. Y otra vez el que salva por los puntos tiene a Blon, que llega ahí a meter la punta del botín. Está cerca Japón del segundo al 9.
Y vendrá la pelota larga. Llegó Itakura, el capitán. A buscarlo de atrás. Y lo quilito, Tomiyasu. Junya Ito se parte al centro de Junya Ito. El manotazo al arquero. Con mucha duda. El rebote juega Nato. No entró esa pelota. La cabeza no entró. Entró.
Ya. Korek aja terus wis. Aja terus 10, 20.
Kok dilepet?
Lupuk aja. Males dong.
Blake Willie occupied that position, floated a little bit more in the middle. Now he's going to be higher. Him and Memo Rodriguez might rotate as being the spearhead of that attack.
Blake Willie getting his first professional goal earlier this year against Phoenix in a 2-0 win here at home. And Willie trying to pounce on this one as Shakes comes sliding out deep into his 18 to make the play. Danny Vitiello picking up his fourth shutout of the USL Championship season. And the win over Colorado Springs a weekend ago. And here's the opportunity. Jack Gurr's on his right. He's still angling in. Comes all the way across. Takes a deflection just a little bit too late to find Malongo.
Leave the match. Number 6, Gideon's alone. Replaced by number 9, Justin Rennick. Substitution.
So Rennick, playing in Finland a season ago, but previous to that, 4 years with the New England Revolution.
He's lively.
MLS.
Yeah, he's lively. You see already. He's not going to be afraid to apply some pressure.
Ball played forward. Malongo battling. The flag is up for offside. Look at it looking. Sacramento trying to interchange. It almost feels like those top 4 will be weaving. Let's see who can find the right lane to get this game's first goal. You get a double-digit shot attempt for Sacramento in the first half of play here. 4 on target, 3 massive saves by Shakes. Handling his center back to his left, coming up with a block as well. This is played into the middle of the park. Mark Anthony Kay trying to get to it first. See Zico Bailey dropping all the way back now.
Possession was real split. 50-50. It was exactly split. 50-50 is what we had for that first half. Republic had more of the ball in the attack, dangerous areas. And they won't mind this, Sacramento. You can see the intensity on the press isn't quite the same as it was to start the game. But they're still staying relatively high up the field. They're not allowing New Mexico to get higher, and that's a wonderful pass to break those lines. And now they have 2 players that are going to hit, and that's just a tactical adjustment that Dennis Sanchez has probably saw and said, okay, now how can we, I was mentioning earlier, Hurst was dropping deeper and deeper, and then they had no outlet to go higher. So now with Rennick in the game, they'll take turns. One will go high, one will come short.
Jago's got it at his feet. Jago looking forward, get hung up. And now Christian Nava's looking to get New Mexico going the other way. Jabang floating this one. And Lee Desmond does a nice job getting this ball to Mael Malongo. Sacramento in the USL Cup with 8 points as they're atop of their group. Wins coming against Spokane and Oakland. And then a draw and the penalty kick performance that would give them the extra point here at home. And a draw against AC Boise will push them on to the next round. Blake Willie battling. Blake Willie is pulled to the ground by Keller. A little bit stretched here. Can Sacramento take advantage? And for this New Mexico team, they do have 6 points. Unfortunately, a pretty brutal loss. Maybe goal differential might be the problem for them. But this one is not a problem at all for Blake Willie and company. Spalding and Jack Gurr was cleaned out in that corner. No whistle, but the Republic are still threatening here as New Mexico can't get it out of this half. Here's the windup.
Numbers on this side. Nava and Hurst.
Rennick. And finds the New Jersey native Chris Gloucester.
Mark Anthony Kate is still on the ground. Another half. You got hit. We don't want to get hit.
And Gloucester last to touch it will be a very deep throw for the Republic in this opportunity now for New Mexico to apply a little bit of pressure.
Looks to be back on his feet.
So El Paso is next for New Mexico. If they get a win, they might be able to find their way on to the next round, but it's quite competitive in that USL Cup with 6 teams in those groups. You've got to almost be perfect. There's a chance of getting the wild card.
Only one wild card this year.
Well, with that stoppage, to remind you that the Republic for All kit is here. It's inspired by the fight, pride, and indomitable spirit that unites Sacramento. Their kit represents every story, every background, and every fan who stands with the Republic. Grab yours now at the Republic shop or go online. Republic in their Camellia kits tonight. This one sent backwards. A little dicey for Shakes, and here comes Sacramento. Mark Anthony Kay, good tackle. Fortunately falls right to Keller. And look out in that first row.
One went a little astray, but you can see it's a little bit of a tighter contest and not as open manner in which both teams are playing in that first half. Really going for it. Didn't get a goal. No one did get a goal. It's 0-0. Now it's like, okay, let's not lose it. And kind of see where it's going.
Republic with a bye next weekend, and then we'll return to action July 4th in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Beating Tulsa earlier in the year in week 1, 2-0. Here comes the pressure from Renix.
Had to get it right. Mael Malongo, full head of steam. Flying down that left-hand side, and that's where Republic are going. They don't have a true striker in the game. So those wide areas are where they're going to try and exploit.
This is a deep run here by Malongo. Unfortunately, just a bit too heavy, and Shake's able to collect it.
Yeah, those wide to in inside channel runs, what they're going to look for.
It's going to hang up a bit. And a little dangerous here is Jabang. He's now running downhill. And the dump off just not clean enough. And how can Sacramento turn this into an advantage? Here's Mark Anthony Kay. He's got Willie in front of him. Getting tangled up. Renix with a great recovery. And you see Hirsch now hunting on that left side. And came in, making his way through the Dallas FC Academy. A couple national team call-ups as well for Finland. And that back line has done enough tonight to keep Republic scoreless. And some wonderful goalkeeping by Chris Shakes to pair with it. And we are scoreless nearly an hour in.
Yeah, mentioned it earlier, it is the big issue is for either of these teams is defensively. It is putting the ball in the back of the net. Between them, 22 games coming into this one, the 25 goals that they have scored.
Well done by Gert. Willie lets it through. Spalding's got an overlapping run from Gert. Malongo, good defending yet again. It's Chris Gloucester that time to go low. It will become an Atlas disposal corner kick for Sacramento.
Great run. Jack Gert just relentless down this right-hand side. He's had a couple opportunities to score. He's put a couple good crosses in, and Chris Gloucester denies them this time. Michel Benitez will come over, take that corner kick.
Benitez, 3 goals and an assist on the USL Championship season. A couple of USL Cup goals as well. Chris Shakes doesn't bring it all the way in. And this will come all the way to Neil Collins in the Republic bench. And Sacramento getting something in quickly.
They do have a lot of attacking options on the bench, Republic. Collins, the longer this stays scoreless, he may start thinking about how he's going to shift things.
Malongo didn't realize Benitez was on the overlap, and an easy giveaway. Good step from Spalding. Zico Bailey selling out. Studs were up.
Yeah. I want to get a better look at this one. It's the scissor in action. Zico Bailey, and it was not a great pass. Mark Anthony Kay under hits this one. Just watch left leg, and then the right comes in.
Yeah, he avoided him pretty well. That was actually well done by Zico Bailey.
He's maybe just kicked him across the knee there, and he's gone side. He's not gone studs up. He's not really scissored too much. It doesn't mean it's not going to hurt Michel Benitez, but not as dangerous as it first looked.
And with a moment here, let's step aside and hear from our sponsor at Spud.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands are taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're changing the world. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
So each team making a substitution at the half. Malongo in for Ajago, and Renix in for Zalalem. So each with 4 moves to make. They have to do in the next 2 chances, however. Or 3 chances, because it was at the break. Excuse me. Let's see what can be done. This ball's played forward. This is where Malongo likes it. And yet again, Kip Keller.
It's not a smart throw from Malongo. Good that he wants to get it back in the game, but throw it to the guy. There's a guy right on him. He recognized that after he'd done it. Pace of the game is slowed down considerably. Both sides have adjusted how they started the game in terms of the system that they're occupying and the way they're going to go about things. But there's enough time. There's almost 30 minutes. There will be 30 minutes, including stoppage time left in this game. So
Harris sends this one in. A bit dangerous. May have popped up. United claiming handball. Won't receive the call. And Malongo trying to find Blake Willie on an inside run. Dan Harris, we've seen how dangerous he can be. Now it's Greg Hurst finding Nava. He'll just be outside. Another opportunity. Both teams just a bit off the mark. There's a good run. And over the head, it will be a Republic throw. But to close out that season, Harris able to find a couple assists, 2 goals. And they felt like he was going to be a big contributor in 2026. Jack Gurr with just a step. Flag should stay down, and it does. Gurr trying to turn the corner, trying to trip something in, and he cannot force.
Goal kick. That's really well done by Christian Nava, who's had to do a lot more defensively tonight than probably would want to, but he's not shied away from it. He's got back. Good engine up and down. Chasing Jack Gurr up and down the field is not something you're going to enjoy that much, but he's been up for the challenge. And a really good job. Shakes is undecided. Left or right.
What's your T? You look at New Mexico. Alan Maples departs. Kalen Ryden, Daniel Bruce, Alex Tambakis, their longtime goalkeeper. And kind of a lot of question marks going into the season. Defensively, what would this team look like? And they've been quite good. In terms of goals allowed, they're in the top 5. Now they're trying to find the games first, and the other way around. Harris trying to turn here. Harris with a shot. It's put away by Vitiello. A big-time stop the first time he's been called to action tonight. And now the Republic on a counter, and Malik Howell yet again has come up with a massive tackle.
Yeah, it's a really tough angle from Dean Harris, and he's been relatively quiet tonight, a little wasteful at times, but that was a beautiful strike. It'd take a lot to beat Vitiello from that angle. Jack Gurr's there for the follow-up, sends it away. Just a little warning for the Republic. Just how quickly things can happen. They're well keeping that in there. He's a really good game back there, Hamalainen.
Memo and Zico Bailey get tangled up. Foul against Sacramento. Tune into CBS Sports Network on Wednesday, July 1st, USL League One Showdown. Spokane hoping to speed past the formidable Flamingos of Forward Madison FC, 6 o'clock Pacific, CBS Sports Network. That's July 1st. Both teams with substitutes getting ready. Will somebody else be called to action here to try to be a game changer late?
It's going to be on here.
And Lee Desmond's got quite a run to get to. Harris chipping this across. Gloucester comes to it. He's got a free look, and it's saved by Vitiello. The follow-up is denied again. Oh, it's Vitiello. Unbelievable performance, and I think one of his center backs was there as well.
It was Lee Desmond, the first one. The ball had gone past down to Vitiello. And just get a loose. A beautiful strike from Chris Gloucester. And Lee Desmond on the goal line. Second one was all Danny Vitiello.
So 2 massive threats from the United here in the last minute of play. But yet again, defense wins the day for Sacramento. And a whistle, and they'll try it again. Lee Desmond getting low to make a stop. So 2 center backs tonight have come up with massive blocks. And both goalkeepers have made a couple of big-time stops. And that is why we remain level. It could easily be 2-2 just as well. An outswinging look here for the United. And sent back out of play. A goal kick, and the Republic escaped unharmed. Willie will not be able to keep this in play. Energy's picked up a little bit here, Adam.
New Mexico feeling like they're on the ascendancy. They can maybe sneak one here in Sacramento. We spoke about they've only won one game on the road in all competitions so far this season.
And that goes back to USL Cup, US Open Cup. But mistakes like this are going to give them a little bit more confidence and hope moving forward. Here goes the United again, trying to keep this one low. Lee Desmond. To me, Sacramento's just not quick enough on the counter at him. They're just waiting and inviting that pressure to come right back at him.
You know, and when you don't have a striker the way they're playing, and you don't have someone who you can send it up to and hold the ball up. Again, that's not how they're trying to play right now. They are trying to exploit the wider areas, but they're not doing it. They're not able to do it, so it is coming back to you a little bit quicker than you want it to. And this spreads out, so what this does is Danny Crisostomo comes to center the field, and it's going to send Michel Benitez really high.
Look at this. Maybe an injury, New Mexico. And looks like one of their players claiming a hamstring injury. Meanwhile, Sacramento Republic continue to move forward. Republic showing patience here as New Mexico with a player on the turf. And they don't have to stop play. Malongo looking to go one-on-one against Howell. The step over, the cross, it is a deflection, a stop, a denial. Here comes a chance for Spalding. A lot of bodies dropping to the turf. Crisostomo almost getting his first goal in a Republic uniform. And yet again, Republic come away empty. As Christian Nava remains on the turf, he came up limping. Blake Willie was there. Crisostomo was there. Spalding almost with a follow-up.
Yeah, and it was Memo. It was Crisostomo on the initial one. Great save by Shakes, and Chris Gloucester does so well just using his body. Ryan Spalding tries with everything to get there. It's not a foul. It's very, very good defending. Almost so close to getting there, Spalding.
And Chris Shakes can only breathe a massive sigh of relief as yet again there have been so many close calls here tonight in Sacramento, predominantly for the Republic, but New Mexico as of late as well.
And Nava just went down, trying to track Michel Benitez early in that passage of play, and Sacramento had the upper hand. They had an extra player, and it's your decision if you want to put that ball down. And he's just getting that ankle checked out.
It looked like he was holding his hamstring initially, but he got twisted up as Benitez went by him. A quick update, just went final. Oakland, a 4-3 victory over the Phoenix Rising. Orange County 3-2 winners over Las Vegas. And Monterey Bay, another victory, beating El Paso 1-0 in the West.
Tyler Blackett is going to be the player who will come in for him, which will likely change how they play a little bit. So I can't imagine he'll be playing on the right wing.
Maybe Gloucester comes up. Some time with Cincinnati of MLS. A couple of matches with Manchester United about a decade ago. So he'll move to a center back position. And maybe three in the back. Luke Gloucester will likely slide up, I'd imagine, here. And Hamalainen actually moving out to that wide spot. It's a little bit more physical, bigger look. As Greg Hirsch just runs over Jared Timmer. And a bevy of changes coming for Neil Collins' side. Here comes the pressure from the United. Malongo awaiting.
A wonderful pass. First time down to Chrysostamo.
Spalding goes down. No foul given. And Jabang now trying to chip this forward.
Oh,
and this could be a dangerous look for video. A massive gamble and uncharacteristically from Danny Vitiello. Osman Jabang just made this a 1-0 match.
And he still had a lot to do. It was very well taken goal. Was it Harris that finished that one off? It's getting checked out. And it was Jabang in the middle of the field who's the one that sent it over the top for Harris. And he had to look up. He saw Vitiello. I think the whole stadium saw Vitiello, and it was almost slow motion and creeping into the far corner. Beautiful ball from Jabang, though. He just commits a couple players, beats them. Michel Benitez on the wrong side. Danny Vitiello caught no man's land, and just like that, Sacramento have had countless opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net. They don't, and there's one opportunity, even they're punished.
Ryan Spalding.
The assist from Jabang. Arturo Rodriguez, Kyle Edwards, and Aaron Estel coming to the game for Ryan Spalding, Blake Willie, and Mark Anthony Kay. And it's 1-0. New Mexico has their sights on just their second win on the road on the year. After a really predominantly dominant performance by the Republic. But it's sort of been the crux of the Republic season so far. Just some really big mistakes leading to some untimely opportunities for the opposition.
And you got to go for it now. You're at home. Started very, very strong in this game. Couldn't put the ball in the back of the net when you had the dominance. Now you find yourself a goal down the last 15 minutes. Kyle Edwards, he's going to make some smart runs. This one he's going to be flagged offside. But you got to have that, a little bit more of a threat centrally.
Well, if you haven't seen, let's take a look. New Republic Stadium's going to be here before you know it. 2028, let's take a closer look at it, shall we? .28, let's take a closer look at it, shall we? So Deion Harris' second goal in championship play, has a pair in the cup as well. So make it 4 in all competitions in 2026 here. And Jabang with his second assist. Aaron Estel back from a bit of a stint on the injury list, and now he's making his own run. You think about all the quality stops that Chris Shakes made earlier in this game, and it's a much different evening for the Republic if they're able to find one of those. And now more changes for United. They're going to go a little bit bigger. See if they can close this game out with about 15 minutes to go.
This might be a result that kickstarts their season. Quite got going to finish second in the West last season. Obviously, Tulsa obviously wonderful in the regular season, and this could be what they need. A bit of a statement game coming into Sacramento and walking away with 3 points. Plenty of time left though in this one.
That's going to be a tough run for Gerd. So Will Seymour will come into this game, as will Luther Archibald, the former Republic striker.
New Mexico United substitutions. Leaving the match, number 5, Deion Harris.
And Harris and Greg Hurst will exit. And we've seen Archibald. He can stretch it a little bit. 11 goals in 59 appearances with the Republic in 2 seasons, and a big-time player off the bench, was able to just find a way to get late goals in Sacramento. And of course, Will Seymour, the longtime New Mexico man here. And they've got quite a bit of size here. And it's going to remain physical for Sacramento to find a way. It's going to be a way that finds a little bit more room to operate. And the stakes, it's going to have to be perfect from this point on. Aaron Essel, and he's just taken down. Referee will play advantage. Kyle Edwards out in the open field. It's where you want number 71. Good defending yet again, Malik. Kyle Edwards shoots a shot off. After all of that, felt like it was deflected, pleading his case to Nabil Ben Salah. That's the kind of runs that will get you right back in this game.
Yeah, and again, the recovery speed from Malik Howell. Well, that's the runs, Kyle Edwards. He's going to make them. He just needs the service. And it's about getting possession of the ball in the middle of the field, facing forward, being able to pick those passes. He can time those runs really, really well. But once again, Malik Howell, who is cramping up a little bit back there. He's putting in a lot of sprints. Yeah, he's struggling.
Yeah, they may have to make a change, and they will go to the bench. This will be their final move for New Mexico. Can Sacramento find a way here at home to level? Republic on the year. 3-1-1 record, and the whistle is Zico Bailey. And that's got to be a booking. And there it is, Zico Bailey just tackling Arturo Rodriguez. And then one thing we know Arturo Rodriguez does well is frustrate the opponent. And he's been relegated to the bench the last couple of games. Can he make a statement and earn his way back in the 11? This is a good way. Get New Mexico a little flustered.
Yellow cards presented by the Office of Traffic Safety, Caltrans.
And Arturo sells it a little bit.
Silly by Zico Bailey. I don't think he's going to have any complaints. He maybe got away with one in the first half. He's not going to be with that one.
All right, this is going to be an opportunity for Sacramento's Memo Rodriguez. Skirting this one a little bit further toward goal to see if he can create an opportunity. And the referee caught him and says, move it on back. Crowd open to see a late game changing goal here. Memo, the delivery, back post, had it down, it's in the 18. Kyle Edwards trying to get a turn on it, and it's defended yet again well.
The ball just sat there. It felt like for an eternity, just no one getting on the end of it. Jared Timmer headed it back across the face of goal.
Quick start here for Sacramento. Memo, delivery, back post, Republic charging in. Shakes may have got a hand to it. And a foul. And that will bring in a couple of changers. Pep Costas into the game for Sacramento. And it'll be Cam Wilkerson Originally signed as a 25-day contract.
New Mexico United substitution in the 82nd minute.
Will come in for Malik Howell, who has shown visible signs of cramping here. Likely Seymour will drop back.
Substitution, leading the match, number 27, Danny Crisostomo. He's replaced by number
So a little more offensive-minded here for Neil Collins as the last 10 minutes of this game.
Presented by Medic Ambulance.
See if Pet can drive some opportunities forward. Throw for Sacramento here. Well, the Sacramento region has you covered when it comes to health coverage. Western Health Advantage offers benefit plans for all sizes of businesses and budgets. Lee Desmond feeling a little bit of pressure from his former teammate. And Lyle Malongo trying to get this in quickly. Arturo Rodriguez being told to get on up. Well, as it stands, Sacramento would fall to 9th place in the West at 16 points. Here's a chance this ball's driven forward. And if New Mexico holds on, they would propel themselves to 5th place with 18 points. Orange County atop of the table after 13 games played with 23 points. Oakland right behind them at 21. And San Antonio with 21. Well, here comes Sacramento. Pep trying to drive that to Kyle Edwards. And Tyler Blackett is able to make a play on it.
That was a nice play on the left-hand side. Malongo, Pep Costas.
Timmer driving forward. Waiting Jacker, the two-time USL first team selection. Arturo. You can see that low block. Here's a good run from Memo. Memo! His shot is deflected off a New Mexico player. And Archibald holding his crown against Lee Desmond. Little give and go. Pep Costas. Left side Malongo. Here's a turn. Jacker waiting. Jacker try to chip it around. New Mexico has done just enough defensively at him to disrupt. And not a clean look yet with so many bodies in the box.
Yeah, very well worked. And again, it's just cut back. It just doesn't fall to someone in the best position. And very hard to do what Jack's trying to do. He's facing the opposite way. You know his intent. He's just trying to turn and get something on it. It almost looks like he's trying to chip it. It wasn't his intent. That's just how it turned out. And he's been the most likely to score for Sacramento, which maybe says something as well when him and I suppose Memo Rodriguez look lively as well.
A hard-driven ball by Vidiello. Seymour cutting in front of Malongo. And well done defensively from the veteran.
Good experience, really good experience. He knew the flight of the ball. He knew that if I put my body in this position.
Arturo Rodriguez trying to deliver something forward for Sacramento. And the top striker is Kyle Edwards. 2 goals, 2 assists on the year. And you know he could be so dangerous. Referee missed a handball and waited for the play to develop a little bit longer. And there's a yellow to Jared Timmer.
Yeah, I just waited. Had a little word with his 4th official there. Did I miss the handball? Yep, he almost carried it.
Yellow card issued in the 87th minute. Number 5 for Republic FC, Jared Timmer.
Archibald, just what a handful he is. That's tough. That's not. I don't know. Again, I still have a hard time these days knowing exactly what is a handball and what isn't. A couple of years ago, that was 100% a handball. These days, I don't know. Did they make his body bigger? Did it hit off him? I don't know. Keep guessing.
Was your hand in a natural position?
Yes, was it?
I don't even know what that means. It's a good run. 50-50 ball. Finding a way to New Mexico, and then the follow-up, unfortunately, his second ball. Empty space, and New Mexico still chasing. They're trying to get that second goal, put this game away. And that lone goal coming in this second half on a big gamble from Vitiello, and Harris just floated over the top. Zico Bailey. They try to get a whistle.
They're going to get a chance, Sacramento. They keep going. There is plenty of time in this. They are going to get an opportunity. It's about taking it. Being clinical.
And a Republic player down. I think
it's Benitez.
And you're probably going to see, what, 3 minutes, 4 minutes maybe here. Maybe has some time here, but. And reminder, single match tickets for the season are on sale. So take a look at the schedule. Secure seats today. A lot of great matches. Still rough. Halfway through the season. And it's going to be a battle in the West. A team that might be in second place today, it could fall all the way to 8. You never know. It is no sure thing on how you start a season and where you finish. We've seen it time and time again. The team who gets hot at the end tends to be it, and this will be a booking for Luther Archibald.
Not seen that before.
Yellow card issued on New Mexico United in the 89th minute, number 29.
A little deja vu for Adam Moffat.
Yeah, Luther, anytime he came in a game, if he didn't get a goal, he was at least getting a yellow card. He was getting his name on that summary sheet.
Can Sacramento find a way here in the closing minutes of this match? Memo Rodriguez again, the 31-year-old, delivering. Falls all the way back to Costas, to Memo again. Zico Bailey the mark. Ball whipped in, Timmer. Great toe poke there. Renix really has had an impact in this one. Hasn't found a way to a goal, but he's been in the right place and made the right move. This one's looking for Edwards. It's going to fall to a Sacramento chance here. Hesitating. It'll be 5 minutes of stoppage time, brought to you by the Sacramento County Department of Health Services. And just too easy of a look for Sacramento. Too easy to defend, I should say, for New Mexico.
Yeah, and the way New Mexico have made the adjustments, they brought some big physical players into the game so they can deal with these kind of crosses and they can get their head on these things.
Well, we got 5 more minutes to try to find an equalizer. And just absolutely run over by Luther Archibald. And the foul gives Sacramento possession here. Arturo. He's got Pep. Costas trying to spring Jacker on the inside run. Chris Gloucester is able to find it. Not a good outlet out as Jared Timmer will quickly throw to Lee Desmond. Lee Desmond. Longo on Seymour here. He's got a double team coming. Costas making a nice run.
Almost trying to invite some contact. Pep Costas, good run from Jack Gurr. Got to get something at the end of this, though. Beautiful footwork.
Pep Costas, little chip to the corner. Arturo delivering, and it's over the line. Another goal kick here for New Mexico.
And they'll be kicking themselves, Sacramento, if they don't get anything from this game. A lot of credit has to go to that guy with the ball in his hands. Chris Shakes, he's denied them on several occasions, which looked likely to be goals, but the chances they've had, the amount of time they've been in the attack, and to not put that ball in the back of the net, it's starting to become a little bit worrisome.
Ball driven well by Shakes here. Can Sacramento get this back in possession? A couple of minutes left in this game. Costas, he's been good here. This is unfortunate. Defending by New Mexico has just been good enough tonight, though. This first half dominated by the Republic. They could not find a way through. And video killing all the way out of his box, trying to make a play, and Harris was able to get his second goal on the season. It's always a good chance here. Gurr, now Arturo, Zico. Renix. And they're going to try to kill the clock. No, going the other way. Wilkerson, and it's saved by Vidiello.
You'll take that if you're Sacramento. Could have just gone to the corner. Probably not close to what's left of this game.
Well, here's Malongo. He's got a run. Out comes Shakes. And that gamble just paying off. As Malongo and Edwards on the run with a great chance to maybe level this one. Arturo, this one takes a deflection. It's headed around. Gurr, it's going to fall to Arturo. Rodriguez going to cross this one, and Shakes can't get to it, and it sails over. He had Edwards making the run. Was being shielded by Blackett, and I don't know if there was much of a window there, but Sacramento just trying to get a last-ditch effort.
Yeah, it's a poor ball. It really is. He's got to give his teammates a chance, Arturo Rodriguez. That's a few of them, and it looks like it's almost going in, but it's not what he's meant. It's just a really poor delivery, and you've got to execute in the final third.
Yeah, this is probably going to be it. Republican 5 possession. They will not, and that will do it. So the Republic fall at home, and another brilliant performance by Chris Shakes here in 2026, and he secures his 4th shutout on the year. And New Mexico able to break a losing streak against Sacramento that date back to 2 seasons ago. A final here is 1-0, and here is, with 4 saves of the evening, our Western Health Advantage man of the match, Chris Shakes.
He could not beat him tonight. He's had a good season. Part of the reason why they're done well defensively, but a lot of credit to everyone else. They really had a good night back there. And another night, Republic could have maybe scored 3 or 4, but was not to be tonight. And New Mexico United will leave California with 3 points.
So a big one for New Mexico. They catapult themselves to the top 5 in the West. And the Republic will head into the break with a chance slipping away.
The best Wi-Fi doesn't interrupt your life. It moves with it. From sharing important moments, to long work days, to binging your favorites, Astound Wi-Fi works for your life and your budget. Sign up today and get 1 month free.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than health care. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Centro, capizazo. Señores, señores. Señores, señores. Minado. Sacramento, Sacramento. Sacramento 0. New Mexico 1. Terminado. Terminado. New Mexico gana. Gana. Mexico.